To start this drawing, make sure that you are in front of a mirror and the mirror is really close to you, so not a full-length mirror where you're sitting far away from it. In this picture, you can see I have my mirror, my drawing, and my document camera. And here's a close-up pretty similar to the angle that I was looking at. Here's my finished sketch, but first we're going to look at how I mapped it out. I'm starting off using some techniques from the Loomis method, which you saw in an earlier video. And after drawing the circle, I will put a plus sign in there and then start to take off the sides of the circle, dividing it into more angular sections so it starts to resemble more the shape of the skull. Right now I'm drawing very lightly, so it's a little difficult to see, but you want to make sure that you draw light until you get it right. Here I'm starting to check my thirds, so 1/3 approximately between the forehead and the eyebrows, another third from the eyebrows to the bottom of the nose, and then the last one between the bottom of the nose and the chin. Now I'm finding the placement for the eyes. Remember, the eyes are halfway between the top of the head and the chin, so it's going to be just below that 1/3 line, and I'm marking how big I think one eye will be. So I'm measuring the size of that imaginary eye that I put in the middle, and then I'm going to mark 2 more of those on each side of it, so the head will be a total of 5 eyes wide. I'm going to continue mapping out all of the proportions, so the length of the nose, the width of the nose, how wide is the mouth underneath the pupils, the neck being the width of the eyes, and give myself a rough placement to put all of my features when I really start looking in the mirror and comparing those proportions. At this point now, I'm starting to look in the mirror and what does the edge of my face really look like? What are the angles? Where does it curve? How far away is one area from another? At this point now, look in the mirror and really draw from observation. Check your proportions. Where do things on your face line up with other parts of your face? How big is one area compared to another area? Your eye can work really great as your reference for your unit of measure, and you can check your angles. Certainly, you could spend time really learning how to draw each feature, how to draw an eye, how to draw a nose. But for right now, I want you to do your best to just try drawing from observation and forcing yourself to get used to drawing from a mirror instead of from a photograph. If you're really drawing from observation, the actual object that you're drawing should matter less, and you should be able to jump around and work on the eye for just a second and then work on the mouth and go over to the other eye and over to an ear and work your entire composition, your entire paper space, and not worry about refining one eye, because you want to make sure all of your proportions are accurate before you start to do any sort of refining. Remember, this is meant to be a sketch and drawing from life in the mirror. This total drawing took me just over 20 minutes, maybe 22 or 23. So really try to limit yourself to about an hour max on this.